Hi everyone. So today's video was not at all easy to make for me, but seeing the trend that is happening, and there are so many parents who come and discuss this issue with me, and the biggest problem is that something very disturbing has happened. I think yesterday or day before yesterday, and it's all over the news. We heard about three young girls. Okay, maybe they are cousins, sisters, or half sisters, but three young girls who were addicted to their mobile phones in such a way that they were playing a Korean game and they have committed suicide. The people, those who have seen it live happening, okay, and they have noticed that those girls were sitting at the window pane, and they were trying to just go behind and fall off. And this is so disturbing because they have written a letter, and they have included this in their letter, that this is because of we had to follow the rules and regulations of the game, and we had to follow the instructions of the game, and we want to be a part of this culture, maybe the Korean game, whatever the culture was being showed there, and the way the game was being operated. So we want to be, and we want to be Koreans, or whatever they were saying. Okay, so this was actually very disturbing, and this video is not about India. It's not about how parents have to bring up their children and everything. It's for all of us to think that there is something wrong happening in our education system, and that is the main reason why this day has come, for these girls to end their lives. So the question is, what? How did this content or this game reach the kids? Okay, it is very easy for us to say that the kids got addicted to it and then they went into it, that's why nobody should play games, this is all illogical. What I feel is we have to check how this content or this game has first and foremost reached the mobile phone, which the kids were operating. So what I have noticed is, and I have made many videos on it, that YouTube, when we are watching videos, educational content or something on YouTube maybe, and there are suddenly advertisements which might come, okay, and this might come during my video also. So now my video is targeting the parents specially, and those who are watching content online. So the algorithm of these apps is set in such a way that, see, YouTube has direct access to what we use. Now, suppose we are searching something on Amazon, you know very well that, and suddenly we switch to YouTube and we watch a video on YouTube. Immediately, an advertisement which is related to our previous search will come on YouTube. Okay, so these all apps and these social media content are connected to each other. So suddenly there might be an ad which will pop up telling you to download this game. And this, see, we are not, see, a 6th standard, 7th standard educational lecture, maybe a maths chapter 2 lecture of the 6th standard, will not be watched by parents. It will be watched by a 6th standard student only. So the app developers very easily know that we can connect this advertisement of our app to this type of a video, and when it comes in between, out of curiosity and obviously immaturity, the child will click and check, Arey, what is happening, let me see. Okay, so first thing, these apps are coming to the children through YouTube videos. Keep that in mind clearly. So how are these apps generating income and earning money? They are mostly generating income, and they are being able to earn money only because of the ads which are coming on the app. Okay, so suddenly we will also check the advertisement, and then we will out of curiosity, not we, by we I mean the students, will check the advertisement to see what is there in this particular game. And these are all connected to the educational apps. Okay, most of them 80 to 90% of them. I even showed some of my students' parents that, see, this is an educational app, and suddenly it is showing a pop-up of a game. So they are very smart, okay, and in connecting these apps to such type of educational apps are connected to the game apps, and vice versa. Homework links are still sent on WhatsApp to the students. Now, this is not about we cannot keep blaming schools or any institutes where your students are studying, maybe they are studying, they are going to some tutorial to study, or they are going for some music classes or dance classes or anything. Everything is sent on WhatsApp. And what happens is sometimes the schools don't want to send it. We cannot blame the school directly. They don't want to send it, but parents force them. And they say that these schools are sending all content online. Sometimes we are absent. Sometimes the student is absent, or sometimes the student is gone for some activity in the school. How will the student come to know what is done in the class? Okay, so see, the schools also have no choice. They are sending everything online because parents are demanding. Sometimes the parents do not demand, but schools see that there is peer pressure. There are competitors, and all the other schools and institutes, everyone are sending content online, so we also have to send. So again, because of this, students are watching content online. They are seeing their homework on WhatsApp. At times when I tell my students also that write the homework and take it, they write it, but they even ask me, sir, you will send it on WhatsApp also, no? Because they know that the phone is always in their hand, so they can check the homework. They don't want to go and keep opening their book and checking the homework. So this is also where, as we all are, at fault at this. It's not about, we cannot blame anybody on this, but we all together collectively are at fault because of whatever is happening nowadays. And the shocking thing, what is happening, I don't know if you people know about it. Okay, through my research, I have seen that all these games which are addictive, like they are telling children to do a particular task, win points, win coins, okay, not physical, maybe virtual coins, and then you can go to level 2, level 3. So all these type of games, they are designed not only by developers, but they are designed by software developers, game developers with child psychologists. So people who understand child psychology, and people who understand what will draw a child to this game, immediately they make algorithms and make developments in such a way that it is what happens is easily the child is drawn to such type of games. And we as parents and as teachers, it becomes very difficult for us to control that, because see, 24 hours we are not keeping watch on what is happening. When the child is watching any content online, we are not keeping a watch. So suddenly there'll be a pop-up, and then the child is drawn into it, and the child might not see that pop-up that time. Keep the pop-up in mind, keep the name of the game in mind, write it down somewhere, and then later the child will see it on his own when when nobody is watching him or her. This all started during COVID. We all know that. Okay, during COVID, this was a need. Now we cannot quit. We cannot leave this, and we are totally addicted to social media and the online mode of consuming content. Okay, so during COVID, we had to do it, but now, and the sad part is, there are ways and means where schools and institutions can restrict it. There are ways and means that parents, you can restrict your child from watching content online. For example, suppose your children are going to school, okay, and the schools are sending content online. You shouldn't give access to your child. Take some pains, let it be connected to your phone only, and you should be the master of it, and you should control how much your child is consuming, what all your child is seeing. There are many apps also developed to keep a watch on your children, but those apps are used very less, and the game apps are downloaded in millions. Okay, so even what happens is, even the schools, they are sending whatever content online. We can monitor it. As I just said, we do not need to depend and say that why is the school sending. No, the school will send, okay, because everyone around the school, everyone, all the other schools are sending, all the institutes, tutorials, classes are sending. But as a parent, sometimes what happens is, when I am telling my experience, when I'm teaching the children, okay, and when I send some WhatsApp message about a test, there are many parents who tell me that, sir, add my son's number, add my son's contact number, my son's WhatsApp or my daughter's WhatsApp number also. So I have no choice but to say, okay, I'll add it. But why this is done? Because the parents want to raise their hands and say that, suppose I don't see something, at least my son or child will, my daughter will see it, but it doesn't make sense. Okay, it is clear that you don't want to see it. It is clear that you are just running away from your responsibility as a parent to watch. Now, easily, even any parent, can do this and raise their hand. Then later you don't blame your child saying that my child is addicted to the phone. You keep a watch. You see the message and forward it and tell your child. Okay, for example, when I get any content online for my daughter, I take a print. If any matter or any notes are sent, I take a print and I give the printout to her. Copy from here and do it from here. You do not need. And if any message is sent, I or my wife will see to it that we tell it to her. But this is the thing which, as a parent, I am doing it now, but I want to be consistent and I hope and pray I be consistent. But as parents, if you are watching me, be consistent in it. Don't let your children watch anything online, or don't let them see things online and you raise your hands and say no, let them watch it. I'll be at the background. Please do not get me wrong. You might think that I am just saying stop YouTube, stop this, stop that. See, there is, what I'm trying to say is, there is an age. Okay, if you see all these girls, all the three girls who ended their life because of consuming content, or being addicted to that game, or just it was a task based game. They were in the age of 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, that age is an extremely tender age and they are immature. Even if your children know things which to how to use a mobile phone and all, and they talk big things which they might seem to be like very matured, but they are not. They are totally immature and they do not know what is right and wrong. A person who's in the 11th standard, 12th standard doing his graduation or anything, that student will be able to watch or consume content online, because if any pop-up is come of an advertisement, that child will be able to know what is right or wrong and will not get drawn into it so much. Why am I saying a child? That child is no more a child. He is a student. He is an adult almost. So he or she knows, what is right or wrong. But below 15, they are kids. They are children. If any pop-up comes, if any advertisement comes, if it is wrong, right, they do not know. Then we can't blame them saying that they're addicted, they don't leave the phone, they don't. You are giving them the phone, you're not keeping watch on what content they're watching online. You're not keeping watch on the ads. And there is someone somewhere sitting in one corner of the world who is having full control over them. Now, what happened in this Korean game? We are calling it Korean game, and actually, what research I came to, it's not just Korean game or something. It's a game where you are doing task, where you win something by doing task. Now, this is only, many children are there who are not getting that love from their parents, are not getting any gifts from their parents for doing something great. So such type of kids only are drawn to such apps. Now I have known so many children, when I talk two words of love, lovingly I talk to them something, I gift them something, maybe just a chocolate, okay, for doing something great. They keep on comparing me to somebody else. And this they will do with the other. Someone else praises them, or their school teacher or their friend praises them for something what they did right. Okay, they will be drawn to it. What is this app telling you? If you do a research and check, this app tells you suddenly click a video and you post it in the app showing yourself as a person who's very beautiful, or a person who's the CEO of a company, dress up like this and post a video. And after posting, they are randomly, without checking the video, nothing, they're just giving you extra coins, giving you extra, nothing in, real, just virtual. And they're telling you to go to level 2. So here, a child who's never got appreciation, the app is giving them appreciation, the app is praising them for everything, and then the child is happy and very, he's filled with joy, and he's just doing level 2, level 3, level 4, he's just following and being followers, and we are all, the children are just following things, they don't know what is right or wrong. So this is extremely dangerous, right? As parents, if we are not going to praise them, they will look out for someone else or some app or some virtual reality thing where they will get praises and where they will get appreciation. This is what actually the online world is. The online gaming platforms are. In India, sadly, so many restrictions are not there. What we are doing is, we are not controlling children from watching content online. We are just banning apps. Okay, so by just banning a particular app, it is not going to work. There will be 10 new developers who will make similar apps. You must have seen, I don't want to take any names of any apps, you must have seen history, कितना सारा ऐप बैन हो गया, और similar apps within 10 to 20 days, similar apps were developed and things were again back to normal. Okay, how many apps you will keep banning? So instead of that, Australia, and I have a list of it, Australia, France, Norway, Denmark, these countries have put restrictions on children not using their mobile phones at all. The children have an identity card, like in India we have an Aadhaar card. So to use a phone, the child has to register himself or herself with that Aadhaar card number. Just an example, okay? So abroad there will be different citizen, registration. So if you register, that app comes to know the particular age of the child, and then you are not allowed to use that app at all. Here in India, sadly, we don't have such type of restrictions. Okay, as parents, we can open account. Google gives us a good platform where we can open accounts for kids which are only, age restricted, and the children don't have access to many things of certain apps of Google Play Store and the App Store. But so as parents, we can do it, but we give up. Okay, there are many of my students' parents also who I tell them you can have restrictions and you can check your children mobile phone usage. But some parents do it, some parents don't do it, and some children go and tell them, "अरे मेरे दोस्तों का ऐसा restriction नहीं है, so why you are doing it like this? Trust me, I will not go far, I will not get distracted, I will not do this," and we parents blindly believe our children and we don't keep restrictions. So see, this is dangerous. Okay, you have to tell your children restrictions are kept not because we do not trust you. It is kept because we do not trust the app, we do not trust your mobile phone operating system on whatever you are using. It will draw you or it will tempt you to do something wrong, and then we cannot blame anybody. We cannot blame you that you did something wrong. That's the reason restrictions. See, there is license given to use a bike or a car or a vehicle at the age of 18. Every child knows to use a scooter at 13, 14, 12 also. But 18 के ऊपर, it is expected that halka maturity आते हैं. But nowadays you see there are 20, 22-year-olds also who drive crazily. But basic maturity comes at the age of 18. Every 18-year-old or 19-year-old doesn't drive a scooter or a bike or a car crazily. Okay. But that is the reason, license diya jata hai. But here for using apps, there's nothing called as a license or a system where we can restrict ourselves from using that particular app. So this, if it is done in India, it will help a lot. Okay, thanks everyone for watching this video, and somewhere it's it's an eye opener for all of us. Sadly, see, we can't blame those kids' parents or whatever. We cannot blame the school or anything. I'm not here to spread or say tell about who's to be blamed. Collectively we all have to take responsibility so that these things don't happen again. Addiction to mobile phones, addiction to social media is a very dangerous thing which we are talking about everywhere, but nobody is doing anything about it. Okay, so just let's stop blaming anyone and let's collectively ourselves, if you are a parent or a teacher or a student watching it, okay, if you are a student below 15 watching it, okay, see, think that social media is not for you at the moment. If you are a parent watching it, restrict your children from using social media, or keep some watch on them and don't leave it totally on them. If you are a teacher, guide your children, try to advise your school principal or make changes in your school where there is only certain times, certain things of notes or certain information only which is sent, not everything blindly. Okay, thank you everyone for watching, and hope things change for the future. Bye.